Well, hey everyone, how's it going? I finally am back on the road. I'm sorry this camera's going to be shaky and stuff. I have not readjusted anything. That's a new phone compared to what I did last time, obviously. And that's a Galaxy Note 5. I did have the Note 4. So anyway, it's different, so that it's probably going to be shaking a little bit more until I get the housing for it, for that adapter. But anyway, so yes, take a drive with me. It's great to finally have another one of these videos. Oh man, it feels good. So I'm almost done with everything. I'm not quite done with everything yet. My H11s, the fogs, I have not hooked those up yet. I still have to adjust those. They're basically pointing up as high as they can go. It's one of those things that I was going to do after I get everything put back together so that I could level them. And so that's on the to-do list. I also have to put, I've got an engine mount, the upper dog bone. I got to put that back on. And let's see, I think that's pretty much it. This thing definitely needs a tune. I mean, bad. I have a hole, well, not a hole. If you remember my downpipe, there is one of the bolts I had to cut off, or one of the nuts. So it's being held up there by one, and of course it's leaking. And you know, I had it hooked up to my laptop here a little while ago, and of course it's kind of throwing it off a little bit. So there is, I mean, while it's trying to learn, you know, the computer is learning, it's throwing it off a little bit. In fact, I had a check engine code for that sensor, for that O2 sensor, which is no surprise there because it's not really flowing to the mufflers like it should. It's kind of leaking a little bit. So anyway, there's little touch-up stuff like that, but it seems to be driving really well, and I haven't had any problems. You know, when I first got on the road, it was a little bit kind of shaky. I need a front-end alignment, obviously, and I definitely need to get the transmission tuned. There's no doubt about that. But yeah, I mean, it hits every gear hard. It's so nice to be able to drive this again. And it shifts so nice. I mean, it's just like, it's there. I can't explain it. I'm just not used to it. I'm used to that smooth Cadillac bullshit that they throw in every transmission. You know, I'm just not used to that really firm shift. It's just amazing. I don't know. Of course, it's wet, it's rainy, and everything else. So anyway, I have to get that exhaust leak fixed. You can probably hear it pretty well. I mean, it's right here in the middle. That's where the downpipe meets the rear pipe, so it's very noticeable. But yeah, the shifts are just, oh man, this is phenomenal. I mean, it feels good. I mean, it feels good to drive the car anyway after driving that Buick. But it feels so good to be able to, you know, feel it shift. Just I don't know. I can't explain it. I don't know. But anyway, it's nice, and I'm glad to be driving it. Like I said, there's still a little bit more work to do. But I did paint the pieces in the front end, and definitely hear that exhaust leak. That thing's loud, but it sounds cool on startup. But anyway, yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do. This is my daily driver now. It is back to being a daily driver, and I need to get that damn displacement on demand tuned out. And even Dave told me that I might notice a little bit of, I mean, it's in overdrive right now, and you can see, I don't know if you can see the tach. I don't have a wide angle lens on this thing, don't know if you can see the tach, but it is smooth. It's running like it should. Torque converter is locked in. But right there, you probably heard that when it locks or when it unlocks to get back into 8-cylinder mode, it tends to fluctuate a little bit. And he did tell me that that was possibly going to happen. So I need to get displacement on demand tuned out. You know, eventually it's going to correct itself. But yeah, you can probably hear that right there. When it comes out of displacement on demand, then it's, you know, part of that is because the ECM is still trying to figure out optimal this, that, and the other thing. I mean, it's been unplugged for, you know, 6 months. So it's, you know, it's going through its rounds, trying to figure everything out. But, you know, other than that, it's, I don't know, it's just a great feeling to finally be able to drive this again. And I had this around the block, the same route, first time through. I was taking it around the block. Took the kids, went to eat, and you know, just since I don't know if it's just a perception thing. I don't know if it's because I'm more in tune to what other people are doing now, but it just feels like everybody is staring at my car now. I mean, it really does feel that way. Man, it's just, you know, I think I'm gonna stop over here. I'll get the camera out. I'll let you guys see what I've done. I'll let you guys see what I've done. It's sprinkling out a little bit. No big deal. Figure out how to use this thing. I'm used to the Buick wipers being on the left, and I kept pushing buttons over here thinking, what the hell, why isn't this working? So I'm going to show you a little bit of what I've done. So obviously, fender, vent, everything's red now in the front. I use that poppy red, and there comes the lights. As I said, I don't have the H11s hooked up yet. You can see they're just kind of flapping around in there. They're not even adjusted yet, so I have to get up underneath there, get the H11s put in, and then get the adjustment screw set. But everything else is working fine. So that was pretty much all I did as far as the exterior goes. That was pretty much it. Yeah, you guys probably can't see the tachometer at all. This is not a wide angle lens, obviously, so it's not able to see from pillar to pillar. But no, all the shifts are great. Tap shift works perfect. I mean, it's great. That's the blower motor. I gotta oil that again. I can't believe it's already, well, I mean, it sat for 6 months, so that doesn't surprise me really, I guess. But so yeah, it's just nice having that super firm shift. One thing that I did notice, maybe I can duplicate it here. We're going around 35, which is what I'm doing right now, and I floor it. It kicks down to second gear, but not first. Now, first runs all the way up to almost 60, and it should kick down to first gear to get me up to 60, but it doesn't seem to do that. It kicks down to second gear. I don't know if that's a tuning issue. I don't know if that is just because everything's new and the TCM is learning, but that's the only thing that I've noticed. You'll see if I can. No, it took it. So I wasn't expecting it to hit first gear. Kind of gave me a little torque steer there. So yeah, okay, so yeah, well, whatever. When it's on camera, of course it works. But anyway, yeah, well, it feels great. It feels great to finally have this thing in the bag. All the months and months of work, and you know, the suspension is just so much. It just, I don't know, I can't explain. The suspension is obviously way stiffer in this thing than the Buick, way stiffer. So I'm feeling every bump in the road, everything. It's way more pronounced, that's for sure. But so anyway, All right, almost home. Just wanted to give you that little drive around. Everything seems to be working fine. It's my daily driver again. I'm gonna be, it's got full coverage back on it, so I will definitely be driving it from here on out. Hopefully I don't have any problems. Seems to be doing okay, but you know, we'll just have to wait and see, obviously. So, all right, guys, I will catch you later then. Take it easy.